M-Dog Gaming.
Welcome to M-Dog Gaming. This is M-Dog, playing a little Diablo 3 tonight. And we're going to start a hardcore character in Diablo 3. And she's going to be a monk. And we wanted to show the beginning of the game here a little bit and play this character for just a few minutes and see how it goes. Part of my motivation for playing this character is some friends that are playing hardcore, and their characters are up to about 9, so I'm going to try to catch up with them, but thought I'd make a little short video to show a little Diablo 3 action.
The gods are in all things, and everywhere I see signs of change. The wind bears an unnatural chill, and my people grow uneasy. Now, fire burns the sky and scorches the vault of the heavens. I must carry out the will of the patriarchs. When they need to see, I am their eyes. Where they wish to strike, I am their fist. When they would ignite the light of truth, I am their torch. They have sent me to where the heavenly fire has fallen. My mind is clear. I will rid Tristram of the shambling corpses that have risen in the fire's wake.
So, here we go.
I smell fear and death. The fallen star is near.
Welcome to New Tristram. So in Diablo 3, you press right click to move. Wherever your mouse cursor is, that's where you'll move. And your left and right, or you can hit left to move apparently. Left mouse click or right mouse click. And if you click on an enemy, they also do abilities. Or if you hold down shift, you can attack without moving, even if you're not touching an enemy. So we are playing on hardcore mode, which just basically means there's permadeath, so if we mess up and get overwhelmed, our character is gone for good. And right now we've got healing pots on our Q button. Left click to talk to somebody.
Upset the balance of this land. I see it.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Okay, we'll speak to her.
More dead are coming. We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
Here come the zombies. Got a little bit of range on our left click ability. Pretty much no range on the right click one. Looks like the right click maybe does a little bit more damage, but the left click ability is a faster attack and has a little more range.
Burn those corpses before their eyes again.
You can left click on people and talk to them and get conversations. I started playing Diablo 3 when it first came out. Apparently they have changed a good bit since I was playing, but I played a few characters, ended up with a wizard as my main, and went all the way through some of Inferno, but stopped playing before I finished Inferno and before they started nerfing it and after that they started adding new features and a new leveling system at endgame. So you still level to 60, but then you have Paragon ratings after that, and I haven't really done much with that. This is the crafting station, forge armor, salvage, equipment you pick up to get crafting mats. This is your stash. I do have some things in the stash, and that would have been from other hardcore characters that I've run, which I have not done a lot with hardcore characters. You do share stuff in your stash across all your characters, but it's divided by hardcore and normal mode.
Are you Leah? Rumford said you survived the fallen star.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia. Watch out! The word is returning!
The gods favor me.
This is killing business.
So we earned a new skill slot by hitting number 2. And that is... okay, so... I'm sorry, I was wrong. Our right click was not a strong attack or anything. It was just regular melee because we hadn't unlocked that skill yet. Now we have Lashing Tail Kick, which costs 30 spirit, and unleashes a deadly roundhouse kick that knocks enemies back and deals 470 weapon. So that's the only one that we have right now, so we'll take that. Fist of Thunder is the one that's on our left click. It does 6 spirit per attack. It generates that. So this is a spirit generator, while the other ability takes off the spirit. Fast punches that deal 110% weapon damage as lightning. Every third hit does damage to all enemies in front of you and knocks them back a short distance. Generates spirit faster than others generating spirit skills due to the high attack speed. Alright, so Leah wants us to go talk to Captain Mumford.
We've been under siege for 6 days now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon...
Seeing what our abilities look like, you'll see our spirit is going down every time we use the right ability, and the left ability would generate spirit as we hit something.
For many years, villagers were too afraid.
Have you come to help us?
Oh, interrupted the book reading there. Alright, let's go see who we need to talk to. Neck the Brawler. Now this is something that was not in the game when I played. This is the training grounds where you're actually able to do PvP.
Your armor or weapons? That won't happen over. In fact, no one even dies. Disappointment, really.
So that would lead me to believe that we would not be in danger of losing our character even though we're playing hardcore mode. Are we really supposed to go back this way? I guess we are. Talk to the captain at the gate.
I will help you fight the risen.
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
That will not be my fate.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors. They're attacking the barricades!
Alright. And you'll see our spirit is regenerating as we're hitting creatures.
That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
I, Deckard Cain, have spent many years traveling and writing about the strange creatures in our world. But the sight of the wretched mothers still haunts me. They are the remnants of Queen Asilla's slaughtered handmaidens who were twisted by foul magic. Now they feast upon cadavers and regurgitate them as newly formed, risen dead.
So every time you see a new creature like that, there's often
I
a lore
will
item.
never forget the first time I saw these horrors shambling out of the misty woods. Our loved ones, buried long ago, rose from their graves and began to attack the living. However, the risen dead were only the beginning.
So in Diablo 3, there's certainly a lot of reward to really exploring and opening the map. You find different things like that may have loot underneath them. Here's one of the wretched mothers that we're supposed to kill. We were getting hit a little bit there, a little scary moment. Alright, we've killed one wretched mother, we need 2 more. So the monk class is an interesting class in this game. It's obviously for the most part an in-your-face melee character, but it's not as hefty as the barbarian, which is the other melee class. It's a bit more squishy, but you also have a lot of sustain abilities. You're able to heal yourself with some of your abilities, and if I remember correctly, increased dodge and those sorts of things. Monk was the very first class I played. In fact, I think I got into the 50s on the monk when I first was playing this game. But then I ended up switching to the wizard and spent most of my time playing the wizard when I was playing Diablo 3 every day and a lot. So we got a new lore.
I am Abdalhazir, adventurer, scholar, and researcher. I share my knowledge of this incredible world and its creatures through my insightful missives, often at grave risk to myself. Why, I was recently in Honduras, where my tents were ransacked by vicious quill fiends. I was able to beat them off with a shoe, but a less bold man would have fared far worse.
Alright, so this is a damp cellar, and this is sort of an introduction to what it's like to go into dungeons in Diablo 3. This is just a very small one, but you have to be careful because you never know what might be in there. It could be an elite mob or something else, so you have to sort of be ready for anything. And there's often destructible items or treasure chests or barrels or whatever that you can click on or destroy to get gear or loot, but in this case there was nothing else. So now we have a fist weapon and a sword we are now dual wielding. Alright, let's go ahead and kill one more wretched mother, and then we'll bring this first video to a close.
While exploring a cave with hopes of finding hidden treasure, I came upon a most grisly sight. A heap of dead bodies. Unbelievably, as I was searching them for any items of value, they began to rise. I must tell them of this in New Tristram before it's too late.
So we got a new ability. Instead of Fist of Fury, we now have Deadly Reach. So let's give that a try. Short distance, 110% weapon. Every third hit extends 25 yards. Wow. Alright.
I must wait to use that ability.
So you'll see the ability has a cooldown when you first put it. That was cool. Alright, let's see how we like this one. It is sort of a way to have a little more safety and distance. So let's talk about Diablo 3 in general. I have played this game a lot, so I feel like I can speak to it, at least my impressions. I really enjoyed Diablo 3, played it for a long time, and because friends have been getting into it again here recently,
Wretched creatures are no
could see
more.
myself playing it some
Town
more.
should be safe. Now.
The story, you know, it's a little predictable and, you know, what you would expect from a Diablo story. Certainly the cinematics, the first time or two you see them, are really well done and interesting. But like many games, you know, in this vein, it's really all about trying to find the loot and keep the carrot stick is just trying to find the next piece of gear that will help your character. And apparently they have changed some things to where now you have a better chance of picking up
The ruins of old
gear that will be useful to you
runs over this place.
as you're playing. What my experience was when I first played Diablo 3 was that basically all my good gear came from the auction house, except for some rare exceptions. So you would have to get gear and sell it in the auction house to make the money, and then use that money you make to buy the gear that actually is good for you. So you ended up being more dependent on the auction house than I think that they intended. So from what I've heard, they have adjusted that so that that's not the case anymore. So I am enjoying this ability we have. These guys are ranged, so we gotta get in there with them. That's probably not a good idea. So that was the Wretched Queen. Alright, so we have made it to a waypoint. What we'll do is go ahead and clear out the rest of the map here. And then we will wrap up this first video. And I'll get more into my impressions of Diablo 3 as we make more videos, if we do. But overall, it's hard to say too much critical of it because, I mean, I played it for such a long time and spent a lot of time in it. So, I mean, it is fun and there's a lot of content here. If you like dungeon crawlers, if you like loot games, of course a Blizzard game like this is going to be really high quality, and yeah, there's a lot of things that people don't like about this game in terms of controversial things with the auction house, the real money auction house, like I said, the way that the loot was happening and all that. But I think you only complain about those things in this type of game when you have real high expectations, and they've had a great pedigree with Diablo 1, Diablo 2, and then all the other Blizzard games. So anyway, we'll wrap it up for now, and we'll come back to some of those themes as we continue on. But thanks for joining me for this first Diablo 3 video.
Bye bye, Nods.